Thank you very much, Mr. Williams. A pleasant good afternoon to all listening to this broadcast via whatever means. The COVID-19 task force has confirmed reports of persons who are confirmed COVID-19 cases in isolation has been seen in public at business places in Bastille over the last 2 days of limited operations. The task force takes a very dim view of persons who act responsibly and puts the public at risk. The persons in question have since been placed in government quarantine facility pending their recovery. The Commissioner of Police has directed that these incidents be investigated with a view to bring criminal charges against these persons if necessary. Section 15B of the Public Health Act provides as follows. A person who refuses or omits to do any act which he or she is required to do by this act or the regulations, or to carry out any order, instruction, or condition lawfully made, given, or imposed by any officer or other person acting under the authority of this act commits an offense and is liable upon summary conviction, where no other penalty is specifically imposed therefore, to a fine not exceeding $10,000, or to imprisonment for a term not exceeding 6 months, or to both such fine and such imprisonment. We remind persons who are in quarantine or isolation that the main condition of your quarantine or isolation is to remain confined to your home or any place that is approved by the Chief Medical Officer. As I mentioned before, any failure to comply with these conditions will be investigated and criminal charges will be brought where appropriate. Today is the last of 2 days of limited operation days. While we have seen some improvement over last year, we still saw instances of overcrowding at some establishments and a lack of physical distancing in some of the lines. In some cases, persons were not properly wearing their face masks, if at all. Remember, these basic protocols are intended to prevent the spread of the virus and are requirements of the regulations. Over 300 tickets have been issued to date for breaches of these regulations. A period of 24 hours curfew begins at 6 p.m. this evening and continue until Wednesday. During this period, all persons are expected to remain confined to your residences unless you are an essential worker required to report for duty or are exempted by the Commissioner of Police. Remember, churches are also required to remain closed. However, they may conduct their services using virtual means. The Commissioner of Police have approved for up to 10 persons to be at the church to record or to broadcast the service. For those essential workers who are out or on your way to or from work, from time to time you will encounter police checkpoints or police patrols who will stop you to verify that you are permitted to be out. We ask that you please cooperate with the officers and provide whatever documentation you are required to have, in most cases your ID or letter of permission. It does not mean that because you are an essential worker, the police will not stop you or even question you. Please cooperate and do not be confrontational. In closing, I just want to make one announcement from the Inland Revenue Department. The Inland Revenue Department has announced that all taxes due in June have been extended to July 31st. Therefore, persons with vehicles ending with 6 and 7, the deadline for the licensing of these vehicles is now July 31st. Please note that the vehicle inspection requirement is waived, and those persons who have driver's licenses who are expired, you can renew your license, your driver's license online, as well as your vehicle license. The field that requires you to upload your vehicle inspection, you may upload your insurance certificate in that field as well. So you would upload your insurance certificate in the insurance certificate field, as well as the vehicle inspection field, to allow the process to complete. If your vehicle is not insured, we ask that you not drive, because we have not exempted persons from the requirement to have your vehicles insured. Thank you.